Maybe just for Drew DeArmond.
Ding, me.
Listen for Talkin' Ball with Scott Tyson and Drew. Weekday mornings starting at 7 on 97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
You want coffee? Anybody want coffee?
Can you get me a dog? Roll type say.
The Italian's tired.
He ain't good looking, but he sure ain't shy. He's a northern bred, southern fed, slick talking guy. Listeners in his posse are the junkyard dogs. The SEC from Tennessee to calling them hogs. From Gainesville up to Lexington to the Titan Tiger Land. Nobody does it like Thom Abraham.
You want me on that wall. You need me on that wall.
Testosterone high today.
Yeah, Tom's a man, he's got the plan, he's really got it made. What a wife he's got, she's smoking hot, check out the junkyard babe. When everything is said and done, no one can beat his show. He's a high-tech redneck, Tony Soprano. If you love sports without the fluff, he's got the master plan. Cause nobody does it like Thom Abraham, yeah.
I guess I'm on here. Am I on? Can somebody respond?
And good morning, Tennessee Valley, and welcome in to the Thom Abraham Show. Obviously, I am not Thom Abraham. I do not have a Jersey accent going on right here. You might notice a little smokiness to the voice right here. And, yeah, so it's been a minute since I've been here. And
Smokey, what the hell you doing back here?
Ezel, would you shut it already? Jeez. Goodness gracious almighty. Aren't you dead?
Smokey, you know I ain't the smartest man in the world, but from over here, it look like you...
Ezel! Anyway. It is Smokey Mike, coming back in after 4 years of a hiatus to host the Thom Abraham Show, as Tom is out fishing over on Smith Lake for the Bassmaster tournament going on down there. And accompanying me right here on this 2-hour thrill ride is...
Was it the Chad?
Who in the blue hell are you? What is your name? Detective. It doesn't matter what your name is.
I'm the producer of this show. If I didn't step up, you're nowhere. I put this thing together out of spit and polish.
I mean, this is ridiculous. It's a radio show. It ain't a 1-hour television spectacular.
I think this is one of the traits of a really good producer. Keep the talent happy.
I'm all jacked up on Mountain Dew. Now, Tom. Hey, Tom.
He may be the smartest person that I've ever met.
Testosterone high today.
What's that?
Testosterone, whatever the f*** it is. Testosterone.
I wake up in the morning, I piss excellence.
It really doesn't matter what you think. All right? It really doesn't matter what you say.
I'm not going to hype it up like he does. And go,
The league's closed the gap on us.
You know, this league is closing the gap on us, man.
It is.
No, we're not. No, you don't have to. You don't have to hype it up. You don't have to do anything. But man, it feels good to take over the show a little bit and have a little fun while the dog's gone.
Yes, the gap is closed. Oh my God, that was probably the best sounder I could have ever have wished for, just because I could stick it to Thom Abraham one time.
Yeah.
Chad, how you doing this morning, man?
Dude, I'm doing perfect, man. It's a great day. It's a beautiful day. Looking forward to a lot of football tonight and a lot of football this weekend. So, it's just great to be here. Just great to be able to, just take over the show a little bit and kind of spread our wings a little bit, you know what I mean, while the big dog's gone.
Well,
and I'm sure he's spreading his wings. I'm sure he's listening right now to the show.
Oh, no, he doesn't listen.
No, he doesn't listen. If we're on, he doesn't matter. You know what I mean? You're not listening to me. Oh, you don't listen. Hey, you don't listen. That's just kind of how it is. But no, he's great, good guy, and I'm sure he's fishing right now, and I'm sure he's probably, or doing some show or whatever from his phone.
No.
Somebody's producing from his phone, with a phone right now. They're doing Bassmaster Live from a phone.
Doing he doesn't even know how
Zoom works better on his phone than it does at our studio, so.
Wow. Well, that's not a surprise. I'll tell you that right there. But anyway, let's knock out some particulars here real quick. before we get into the topics of the day. You can call into the show, 256-576-4977. You can also text Tom if you want to complain about what Chad and I do right here. That is 732-9.
It won't take long.
TA show for you ones that don't understand the alphabetical and numeral.
He might call
setup.
in today too, by the way.
He might call in?
Maybe.
Oh, God, help us.
I thought he said something about that, but I wasn't listening. You know what I mean? Called her up.
But anyway, the numbers of that is 732-982-7469. And coming up on the show today, we've got Tom Perkins with the TOC Sports Report for the high school sports that Chad will talk about with Tom, because Chad is the high school guy out of the two of us, since he does the North Alabama Scoreboard Show on Friday nights and does an excellent job with him and Scott Tyson. Then we got at the 11 o'clock hour, Steve Merril from ProSportsInfo.com. One of my favorite handicappers that I've interviewed before back in the day.
And he's better talking odds than I am, clearly.
Just a little bit. But we also
that's a shot to Grumpy.
We also got plenty of time for you guys to come in on the show as well. You can tweet the zone at 977 ESPN. Go to 977ESPN.com to check out any type of podcast that we got coming out with Talking Ball, with the Thom Abraham Show, and with The Drive with Steve Moulton and Wes Neighbors. Then also the website that you can go to for the zone deals is wzzn.halfoffdeals.com, or half off deal, singular. My bad. I apologize. It's been a minute.
It happens.
I hadn't done this for 4 years. So, anyway, Metro Diner's up there. God, Metro Diner's a great place right there. I'll tell you. I mean,
they go fast too.
That Italian wrap that they got, the Italian breakfast wrap, unbelievable. And me and the wife.
I never had that one. I'm going to try that.
Actually, yeah. Little update on me. I'm married now. I got married this week.
Congratulations, by the way. Yeah. We knew it around here, but I'm sure some that are listening didn't know that.
Oh, no. And
I'm sure the Drive didn't talk about it last night. You know?
No.
Or you didn't bring it up either way.
But we absolutely love Metro Diner. When we go up there, she always has to have herself a mimosa. Like, the mimosas up there, according to her, are epic. So, I mean, I don't have a mimosa. I'm not a big fan of the champagne. So
I just like orange juice. I don't even care about the champagne. You could just not even tell me that there's champagne in it. I'll just drink it. But I would know at the end, clearly.
But that Italian breakfast wrap, I will like. Ooh, that is so good. As well as the shrimp and grits.
Yeah,
like that shrimp and grits. That's like 2 meals right there for the price of one. I mean, you take that home and it's even better than what you get when you have it at Metro Diner. Tomorrow we've got Gunner's Landing dropping, don't we?
Yes, I believe so. And Steve did notify me that we're still working on some stuff for that as well, and I'm sure it'll drop tomorrow. I haven't had a chance to be able to promote it so much, so maybe we'll get more out there, and then once it starts going live, man, it don't take long for Gunnersville State Park.
Oh, no,
I mean Montesano State Park when we did that one went fast. The state parks do well. And especially when we do the diner. I mean, the diner, Metro Diner does a great job, and Bad Daddy's Burgers. Anytime we do if you're a restaurant out there and you need a great deal that'll really help you promote, what you have. This is a great way for a lot of local businesses around here to do it to do the easiest way possible too. And make it very easy for you.
And Gunner's Landing, I mean, that's dropping tomorrow. That's one hell of a golf course. It is challenging. I mean, it is one of those to where, like, when I played it several times, the level changes is what really gets me. And
I don't play golf, but you
don't play golf.
You can tell them. Well, yeah, I hit lefty. I don't even have lefty clubs, man.
What is wrong with you?
I hit lefty.
Oh my God,
I'm a lefty.
Oh my God,
lefty.
Somebody help me here. Anyway.
I've never had a set of left-handed golf clubs. I've always had to hit right, and it's just like I don't know how to do it.
Well,
it's weird.
All right. So anyway. So since it's been 4 years since I've been gone, I mean, I got to do a little bit of update for people that have been wondering what's going on. And granted, I just said that I was married. Still a big wrestling honk. So you will get you will get your wrestling cuts.
That's why I thought we were going to get some today.
Don't lie, and they spell disaster for you as sacrifice.
You're going to get plenty of wrestling sounds from me, and oh God, help us tomorrow. We will still have your Friday trifecta going on tomorrow, and it's a big one. It is a big one.
Which, by the way, if you want to blow up in text messages, we do have live right now on social media. So if you want to look at what the games are, we can go over that later.
Oh, well, I mean, we're going to go over it all in full detail tomorrow morning. Yeah. But just to give a little bit of heads up, I mean, the numbers don't lie, and it spells disaster. Like, I mean, anybody that wants some Steiner math, I will gladly give it to them. But
gosh, that was miserable. I mean, to listen to. I'm bad at math, and he made math really hard.
That's an epic promo, man.
I've met that man in real life. He is not like that at all. He is a very nice guy.
Wait, you met Ham Cubes?
Who? I thought it was Scott Steiner.
Ham Cube.
Yeah, is that his name?
If you listen to a certain particular podcast, or the Podfather that actually lives in town that has like 7 different podcasts.
Oh, no, I know you're talking about. Yeah.
I mean, they described Scott Steiner's Ham Cubes because of what he like.
Eats ham?
The Shoney's.
Cube? Oh, okay. Well, like I literally met him in Cherokee County, Georgia, at a wrestling tournament, and dude was nice as anything.
Are you serious?
Dude was so nice. This was back in 2006.
Oh, do you?
This is high school.
Really nice guy. You know, there's another Steiner in WWE right now.
No, the young one or like the son or something.
Rick's son.
Rick's son. Okay.
Yeah, Rick's son. They actually call this dude looks like a Steiner.
Yeah.
He talks like a Steiner, and he wrestles like a Steiner. And they call him Braun Breaker. What?
What?
Anyway,
okay, Braun Steiner. No,
well, his name is before that was Rex Steiner.
Okay.
Like, I mean, come on.
That was good. But Braun Steiner sounds pretty good.
Braun Breaker? Anyway.
Braun Breaker.
But, I mean, dude looks jacked anyway.
Yeah.
So, anyway, we're going to go back into the what happened in the sports world last night and what we're going to be going on this particular weekend. Last night, what a game.
Yeah, I mean, just that whole 9th inning last night between the Cardinals and the Dodgers was stellar. I mean, just listen to the call.
Grabbed it, and that'll end the bottom of the 8th inning. Nice job calling these.
Here's Goldschmidt, 1 for 2 and a couple of walks tonight. Jansen set and delivers. Call strike 3. Now 2 out, and Tyler O'Neill. Jansen set and delivers. Swung on and missed, strike 3, and that'll end the inning.
Here comes Albert Pujols. Who's riding this? Pujols into center field, little knuckleball out there. Back is Bader. He's got it. Out. Played it well. That had a funky rotation to it. Alex Reyes on to pitch for St. Louis with 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th inning.
And now here's Taylor with a chance to be a hero.
Reyes fires, swinging a drive, deep left field. This is way back. Walk him off. Chris Taylor.
The Dodgers are walking off to San Francisco. They win the wild card, 3-1.
Crazy.
Wow.
Crazy game. I mean, I watched the whole, I didn't watch any of the Yankees series, at all. I think I woke up, maybe in the 6th inning, or just turned it on, in the 6th inning, kind of just, barely paid attention to it. I watched this entire game because I wanted the Dodgers to lose, which is not going to happen. The Dodgers are just too good. They just keep retooling. It's absolutely ridiculous that you can win a World Series and then just get 2 good players on your team, and then get Albert Pujols for cheap because somebody didn't want him. I mean,
he's old.
Well, I get that, but he can Albert Pujols still has value as a DH or just a guy that you can plug in and hit. You know what I mean?
You do have a certain particular point on this one, but the thing is that, I mean, the Dodgers are becoming the NL version of the New York Yankees.
They already were. They were from Brooklyn.
And it's getting disgusting on the way that they're just loading. And the San Francisco Giants, I'm going to be big fans of in this series. You know, MLB, I couldn't care less about baseball about 2 years ago. And then 2020, 2020 was a real bad year for me trying to watch sports because of the whole COVID crap and just nobody in the stands and the way they were bubbles and all that. The only thing that saved me from just giving up sports altogether was DraftKings.
Yeah. Fantasy football for me because it doesn't matter.
Doing DFS help me watch a little bit of it. It forced me into it just by playing a quarter or something like that where I had at least a little bit of skin again in the game.
Yeah.
Got me into it. And then now as I've been doing now I'm not trying to promote DraftKings or anything like that. But when you turn $35 into $140,
yeah,
I mean, it's not a bad thing to do.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I mean, I do it daily, so I got to figure out what I want to do. Play tonight for Seattle and Los Angeles, but anyway.
Yeah, don't play any. If you got Chris Carson play, don't play Chris Carson because I don't think he's going to play. He's got a neck injury. It's too quick in the week. And, if you got a backup, or especially if you're talking fantasy world, if you got a backup or if you got another running back for the weekend, I would not play Chris Carson this weekend.
DraftKings does his achievements, and, it's season-long achievements where you get a certain amount of crowns, and crowns turn into DK dollars and all that other stuff. And that's, as doing the MLB season throughout, I've been able to keep up with MLB a whole lot better than what I've had in the previous years. And the other thing that really helped out was the show finally came to Xbox. And so I got
it for free too. So I started playing it for a while, downloaded it, had it, and then just got bored with it because, it's like most sports games with me. I just get so into other games and stuff out there that I just get so caught up
the
in
thing
other
is
stuff.
that with the show and their road to the show, my career that they got going on, you start out in AA. And that's one thing I love about it is because since we have a AA team, then we can actually
play as them,
play as a trash pan.
Yeah.
So it's
that's the one cool thing about the show because football really doesn't go into that too deep. Madden, you can play as a college for a little bit or whatever.
You can play one of 10 colleges, which do I want to be a Florida Gator? Hell no.
The best one was NCAA 2005, where you could be at the time, you could be Troy State. You could be Alabama A&M. You could be any of the teams that were not division, not top dogs, basically. And you could just put them in the SEC or put them in a conference or whatever and go through the whole schedule or whatever and try to beat them. And that's pretty much what everybody does now. They play NCAA 14. And they just keep playing until 2047 or whatever the last year is on the game, and they just keep dominating. Idaho beat destroyed the SEC or something. What I mean? It's crazy. It's fun.
Me as a little bit of a gamer, mainly into the sports aspect and all that. That's what really helped me start getting into MLB more because I actually had more knowledge about these players. And Cedric Mullins is one of those. Nobody is going to watch the Baltimore Orioles.
Yeah.
But you play as Cedric Mullins or you see him on DFS, you're like, wow, he's actually doing some good things going on. This is one of the future stars in MLB. So
it's kind of like with fantasy with me, because people all the time are like, why do you play fantasy? There's people that just dog people that play fantasy like us. And it's why? Because at the end of the day, I get it. You may be a college fan and you may not like the pro scene so much, but you like certain players. I never understand how you can be a huge fan of a college team, and then once that player that you rooted for 4 years at college or 3 years at college goes on and plays for a professional team, and then all of a sudden you're like, well, I hate this team now. It's it doesn't make any sense to me. So with fantasy makes it a lot easier to kind of understand players and really get their stats too, because fantasy is on the stats, so you can see their yearly totals for everything, and you can compare them to other players and stuff like that. And you may, I don't know how many times I've gone to a local bar and watched 7 different TVs with a different game on each one. And you're paying attention to your fantasy player, but you're also just watching. You're watching other games. Right. You know what I mean? And you may not get other games, like the Falcons. Like I told Tom, this past weekend, the Falcons weren't on primetime television. They put the Panthers game on, which
the Falcons. The Falcons.
You're gonna wake up for 8 o'clock for that game on Sunday?
No.
Jets and Falcons in London. Whoever loses that game, mark my words. Whoever loses that game. You can write it down, you can record it, all that stuff. We'll get the number 1 overall pick next year.
Well, I forgot a few more other particulars on as well. You can follow us on Twitter. I'm at Rose Scholar. That's my last name, Rose Scholar. He's at Gwathney Chad.
Not hard.
You could follow the station at 977 ESPN. Facebook.com/977 The Zone.
Yeah, you can also go to Twitch. Did you say Twitch? Twitch.tv/977 ESPN.
You need to explain all the streaming stuff because I am not used to it.
It's not hard, man.
It's not hard. Come on. At least I'm dealing with Stephen West.
We got Head of Steel.
A lot more lax.
We got Head of Steel in the chat. John from Virginia does a great job supporting the channel every single day with his little funny quirks and always asking stuff. But he says DraftKings and the Thom Abraham Show. Could you? I think we could put 2 and 2 together. I think we could have maybe one day we could do that. But I think the state of Alabama kind of has to has to change the deal on that.
I mean, DraftKings I could do in the state of Alabama as DFS,
right?
But the sports book, I got to drive 40 minutes north in order to do the sports book,
which a lot of us do already to scratch off tickets.
Once I get the GPS in, it's like, all right, yeah, I'm good to go. So, anyway. We're going to take a nice quick commercial break, and when we come back, Tom Perkins is going to be on with the TOC Sports Report with the high school football that's going on this weekend. You are listening to the Thom Abraham Show right here on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
You're listening to the Thom Abraham Show on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
This is Brent Musburger's VSiN Action Update on 97.7 ESPN The Zone. Simple Green is perfect for making your auto, RV, cycling, boating, and other sporting equipment look like new. Visit them at simplegreen.com.
The ALDS underway this afternoon in Houston. The White Sox at the Astros in Game 1. Houston minus 139 on the money line. Chicago at plus 129, the over-under 8. Later, the Red Sox at the Rays. Tampa Bay minus 168 at home. Boston plus 157, the over-under 7.5. NFL Thursday night, the Rams on the road facing the Seahawks. The Rams at 3-1, a 2.5-point road favorite. Seattle 2-2, the over-under 54.5. UFC Fight Night, a big one in the women's strawweight division. Mackenzie Dern will battle Marina Rodriguez Saturday, moving the winner one step closer to a title shot. Dern minus 170 on the money line. Rodriguez at plus 140.
I'm Trey Westerberg, 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
Our Zone deal this week is truly an award winner. Metro Diner, serving up signature dishes like their Charleston shrimp and grits, famous fried chicken and waffles with strawberry butter, and lots more. Their entire menu is available anytime, breakfast, lunch, or dinner. And stop by for brunch on Saturday or Sunday and enjoy the lowest priced mimosas in town. Airport Road, Huntsville, and Highway 72 in Madison. Right now, you can get $50 worth of great Metro Diner food for half price, just $25 with our Zone deal. Just log on 977ESPN.com to get yours.
TOC Sports has been there for you. Now, you're probably asking yourself, what does that mean? It means for more than 20 years, Alabama's largest orthopedic group has been there providing coverage and care to more schools and student athletes in the Tennessee Valley than any other group. It means whether you are the star football player, the all-region volleyball ace, or someone who hurt their knee in a weekend pickup basketball game, TOC Sports physicians are proud to have the opportunity to care for all your orthopedic needs. It means for parents, coaches, athletes, desk jockeys, or even weekend warriors, TOC Sports physicians continue to meet and exceed the orthopedic and sports medicine needs of our community. But most importantly, during these challenging times, we're here for you now, and will continue to be here. So as long as there are players on the field, games to be played, and contests to be won, the orthopedic specialists from TOC Sports will be ready to help. We don't know what the future holds, but you can count on the TOC Sports team to stay committed to you, so you can stay in the game. Call 256-539-2728 today and ask to see a TOC Sports physician. Check them out online, also Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
And now a small business setback, set to smooth jazz.
It's late. You're driving in the rain with only one thing on your mind. The deer about to total your HVAC van. But with Progressive's 30-plus customizable coverage options, you're covered. The rest is just saxophone.
When running your small business gets rough, Progressive Commercial is there to smooth it out. Get a quote in as little as 6 minutes at progressivecommercial.com.
Twinkly sound.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Coverage and discounts not available for all vehicles or states. Policy terms and conditions apply.
You've got to experience Toyotathon at Bill Penny Toyota. They've got the selection with over 700 new Toyotas to choose from. And they've got the extras with Bill Penny perks and a 10-year unlimited warranty. So get on over to Bill Penny Toyota today and experience Toyotathon. Bill Penny Toyota in Huntsville and online at BillPennyToyota.com. Bill Penny's Toyota 10-year unlimited warranty is valid through the 10th year of ownership. Valid on new vehicles only. See dealer for details.
This is Wes Neighbors talking to Chris Haygood of Bob Wallace Appliance. Chris, what sets you apart from other appliance dealerships?
Wes, these appliances are going into the most used room in your house, your kitchen. The way we have these appliances displayed, it's easy for you to visualize how they'll look in your home. Wes, what sets us apart is the people. They're well trained. In fact, they live and breathe these appliances. And if you need service, you'll really appreciate our parts department.
Contact Bob Wallace Appliance at 256-533-2121.
From the Fox 54 Weather Center, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jordan Dressman. A partly sunny sky this afternoon. Scattered showers and thunderstorms are going to be possible, but again, we're going to get to enjoy a fair amount of sunshine. Temperatures hanging out in the mid and upper 70s. Some of the traditionally warm spots could actually see 80 degrees this afternoon, dropping into the low and mid 60s as we head into the overnight. A mostly to partly sunny sky for your Friday afternoon. A couple of isolated showers are going to be possible. That activity looks like it's going to be out of here by the time we get to Friday night football. Temperatures dropping into the lower 60s as we head into the overnight. I'm Chief Meteorologist Jordan Dressman on your home for ESPN Radio, 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
Hi, this is Eli Gold, voice of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Listen to me weekly on The Drive with Wes Neighbors and Steve Moulton on 97.7 ESPN The Zone. Roll Tide.
And welcome back into the Thom Abraham Show. Tom is out going fishing like he usually does. Smokey Mike's in with Chad, the Chad. Not just any Chad, but the Chad. And on the line right now, we have Tom Perkins with TOCSports and giving us the TOC's high school sports report goes on. And I'm going to let the Chad, who, since he is the high school aficionado on this one, the high school football aficionado, I will let him take over and talk to Tom on this one. Chad, lead the way.
Yes, of course, this hour is sponsored by TOCs. If you want any kind of doctor over there at the TOC, you can get anyone you want. I know Tom talks about this every single week. If you want a great group of sports docs over there at TOC, check them out. Friday night, they got the clinic open. Make sure you reach out to them as well. And it's a great honor to always have Tom on here. And, Tom, I did keep up the tradition of a different photo, and we will talk about it. How are you doing today?
I'm well. How are you? Thank you for having me on again. How are y'all?
Good, man. It's good to hear from you as always. And the picture that we have today is you're wearing a little hat, you're eating some food, and you're wearing an orange shirt. Looks like at the beach or outside. What were you doing that day?
I have no idea. I was probably at the beach having some food, enjoying myself, wearing an orange shirt. That's about all I could give you.
That's plenty okay, all right? I know it's weird that I'm just going all over your Facebook trying to find each photo each week to please Thom Abraham in some sort of way, but we're trying to do our best, and I apologize if it's getting a little weird, but other than that, I enjoy it, so I hope you do as well.
No, I commend you on your creativity. You dig a little deeper and you find something that I even myself forgot. So
I always try to find something like.
Funny.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
I think it's funny when you bring it up. I can be like, oh yeah, I remember that. I can laugh about it. So thank you for that. No, this is actually a good thing. It's like a trip down memory lane.
No problem at all, man. Well, let's get into some little action. Let's talk. First up, we'll get to a matchup that we have tonight later. That you can hear on 977 ESPN between Madison Academy and Madison County. But I want to ask you about tonight over at Milton Frank Stadium, the James Clemens Jets, 7-0, 4-0 in the region, going on to take on Grissom after coming off of a victory against Austin for the first time at Austin since 2005. I was a sophomore. I was at that game. I was on the sideline. I had nothing to do with the win. Break it down, man.
James Clemens has been just sort of moving along down the tracks. Have they slowed down a little bit? Sure, but have they kept trugging along? Absolutely. So I think Grissom is just another challenge in their way. I think they'll overcome. I think they're a very talented team. They for every good team, you have to be shown a little bit of adversity, and they've been shown that adversity. They had it with Bob Jones. They had it with Huntsville. They've had some pushback from other teams that I'm sure they expected not to get pushback from. But, when that presents itself, you have to adjust and rise above. And I think they have learned what it's like to, beat easy teams. I think they learned what it's like to beat challenging teams. And I think now as they're approaching the last quarter of their season, I think they're prepping themselves now for the long haul, and I think Grissom is, just another challenge in their way that I do think they will overcome. I think they're a much more talented team, and they should come out of this a victory. But, don't ever let yourself down. I mean, any week could be the letdown week, any time. I mean, you could have the fumble-rooskies. You could have just, the clouded thoughts about, where the plays are going and so on and so forth. So don't ever get complacent, because any week could change the outlook of your season. But I think in James Clemens' case, I still think they've got really talented horses in the stables. I think they've got a really talented coaching team. I really do think they have a good program put together, and I think they'll come out this week with another victory. But as any undefeated team progresses, as well as I do, every victory gets even more and more harder.
Right, and with this being kind of it seems like a Huntsville Panther-driven, radio station with all the Huntsville grads here. You do have 2 Grissom grads taking over the Thom Abraham Show today, just so everybody knows that out there. So we're a little up on you with that prediction, but hey, it's great to hear each little thing about each team around here, because it makes North Alabama better as a whole as well, because of how well these teams are coached and how well they can compete within, maybe some really tough matchups, or maybe going out of state or going out of town and beating up on some teams that aren't from around here. So when we look at that James Clemens victory over Florence, tight victory. Florence is 2-4 with a 2-2 region record. And they go to Sparkman, who I thought Sparkman was going to test James Clemens. And when they do, I feel like they're going to with that offense that they have. What does it say for Florence and Sparkman that are right there after Bob Jones came in and defeated Sparkman at Sparkman and sitting right there at number 2 in the region?
Well, I think it says a lot. Florence will be coming in off a loss, and Sparkman's coming in off a loss, and Sparkman will be defending the home turf, and Florence is coming in. I think, honestly, I think this is a team-by-team perspective, because if you think about it, you've got teams that are approaching each and every one of these games differently.
Yeah.
Each team is in a different position, whether you're 2-2 in the region, 1-3, 3-1, wherever the case is. We have known that this region in 7A is wide open, and it really is, between 4 teams, the difference between one game. So, yeah, I don't think you can treat any game any less or more important than any other game, because at this point it's region play. It's so close, it's so tight, and with Florence coming into Sparkman, Sparkman's got nothing but to defend the home turf, and Florence has nothing but then to lay a statement to the rest of the region. So, it's a toss-up. You like Sparkman at defending the home turf, but Florence put up a heck of a fight against James Clemens, and you can't discount the fight that they could potentially bring to the game this week. So I think in many cases it's a toss-up, because when you get this deep in the season, these teams are going to throw everything they can out at you and hope that anything will work. Don't be surprised if you see a fake punt. Don't be surprised if you see a fake field goal. These are the moves the coaches make at this point, where it really truly can determine the outcome of the game, and therefore determine your position in the region.
Switching over to a game that you can hear tonight on ESPN, on 977 ESPN. We will have it on the second stream on Zone 2 until Hey Coach is over. Madison Academy, Madison County, at Madison Academy. Madison Academy coming off a victory at Randolph. Was it at Randolph?
No, you're right.
Yeah, at Randolph, 42-16. And what does it say for those two teams in North Alabama in 4A to come in and be as good as they are this year? And what do you say about this matchup tonight for Madison Academy being on top of their region?
Well, Randolph certainly took a shot in the teeth from Madison Academy last week. They got Brock back down to reality. Their 5-0 record was put to the test, and Madison Academy kind of stepped up and told them really what tough boy football is like.
Yeah.
So let's hope the last 6 days Randolph has really gathered notes, looked at their notes, looked at film, and realized, okay, these are the adjustments we have to make, because moving forward, this is really what we'll have to do to compete at this level. Now, Madison County's great. This is a team that just goes into everything with with not a lot to lose, so they can pretty much throw everything at you, including the kitchen sink, which makes them very, very, very dangerous. So if I'm Madison Academy, I'm not going into this thinking anything different. I'm not treating them any different than I would Randolph. I'm treating them as an undefeated team. I'm treating them as a team coming in here with all the weapons, and I need to be prepared for that one-on-one matchup. But I think Madison Academy is getting it together. I think they're finding their stride, and it wouldn't surprise me for them to come out with a W this weekend.
So now we move it back to a game that you can hear again on our air. Huntsville at Austin, coming off that victory in Albertville, 56-21 for Huntsville. Then Austin coming off the loss to Grissom. Speak a little bit about the Huntsville Panthers, who are 2-4, 2-2 in the region. Right there with Florence in the 4th spot. Speak a little bit about that game.
It's kind of peculiar, because Huntsville's been that team that they really have needed the first several games of the season to kind of define themselves,
right?
To really find their identity. They're a young team, so with every young team, there's a sense of immaturity. But fortunately, as a coach and with some good players, you can find that maturity in a short period of time. So I think from what I saw down in Albertville, they were a very mature, very prepared team. And I've seen this progress with the James Clemens game, with the Bob Jones games. These are games that they were in, that they came close to winning, and they really made a statement against Albertville. Now, Albertville is struggling, and admittedly, but I think Huntsville is just finding their stride right now, even as a very, very young team, and that's got to be very exciting for Crimson Panther fans. It's got to be very exciting for Mark Fleetwood and the head coach and his staff. He repeatedly has told us that it's a very young team, and they've got some work to do. But look at what they're doing now in the progression of in-game play and in-game progress, and they're really, really kind of showing that they have some skills. They just need to mature and develop a little. So for them to go them against then Austin, I see a Crimson Panther victory. I really do. These guys are scrappy. If nothing, we've learned that they don't give up. They really don't.
Without a doubt. It's always great to have you, Tom. I know that you love the picks and you love just being on here to talk local sports. That's what we love to do around here. I love to be at as many games as I can. I appreciate just the time that I have with my family and my brother. Being able to go back to my alma mater, being able to be back in that scene again, and to be able to promote these guys that do such a great job with local sports. And it's great to always have you on, and tell everybody where they can hit up TOC and the Friday Night Sports Clinic.
The best thing about our services is that we seek out and identify areas and schools that really need some sports medicine help, and we're happy to identify those and tag on and help make available our services. So every Friday night during the fall sports season, we have a Friday night injury clinic at Huntsville Hospital, emergency room, women's and children. Moms and dads can come Friday night if their child suffers an injury or gets a bump and bruise. You don't wait till Monday. You can come out to our Friday night injury clinic, the Huntsville Hospital ER. We're happy to provide that throughout the fall sports season. And quite honestly, for anybody that needs any orthopedic services. You know, TOC is there. We're happy to help. We're happy to serve. We have 35 skilled orthopedic physicians. We have 6 sports medicine specialists. And at the end of the day, whatever you need, we can certainly help and help fix, help accommodate, and certainly bring you to a better level of health. So we're here for you, 256-539-2728. Happy to do it. TOCSports is out and helping everybody, and I just appreciate you guys there at the Zone helping spread the gospel of good sports medicine and good sports medicine services.
Exactly. Well, thank you so much. Greatly appreciate you as always. If you need anything at all, let us know. And thank you for talking with me today. And, sorry that Tom couldn't be here today, but he's out on the lake.
Hey, you know what? As a Thom Abraham fill-in, you're not too bad, and I really appreciate that.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Good job by you. Hey, thank you so much, Tom.
Weekend.
You too. Thanks. Have a good day.
Sir. Bye-bye.
That was Tom Perkins with the TOC High School Sports Report that goes on every Thursday on the Thom Abraham Show. You can follow us on Twitter. I'm at Rose Scholar. He's at Gwathney Chad. The Zone is at 977 ESPN. We're going to take a quick commercial break, but when we come back, Ole Miss is doing some gimmicks this weekend. We're going to tell you about that on the other side of the break coming up after this.
You're listening to the Thom Abraham Show on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
This is Wes Neighbors sitting here with Ann Adams. Ann, I understand you have some exciting news.
Yes, Wes, I do. Berkshire Hathaway Home Services was just recognized in the 30th Annual Harris Poll Equitrend as the Real Estate Agency Brand of the Year and the most trusted real estate brand.
That is awesome news, Ann. Great companies in Huntsville, Alabama, winning awards is what we want. Is it a great time to list your home?
Yes, it is. The inventory is low and the market is heating up.
And I understand you're also looking for agents.
I am. We are so busy, Wes, we need agents to keep up with the demand.
Ann Adams and Rise Real Estate has been doing business in North Alabama for the last 35 years. If you want to do business with someone you can trust, she has been writing contracts since she was 9 years old. Call Ann today at 256-337-2625.
Hey there, Bob Baumhauer here. Baumhauer's Victory Grill is your big game headquarters all fall long. And with our new fall features, every day is game day at Baumhauer's Victory Grill. Try our pregame starters, including our homemade onion strings, always fresh hot lips, and our all-new Buffalo Dippin' Chicken appetizer. Our main events include incredible chicken, fish, and shrimp selections, always featuring local Alabama Gulf seafood. And don't forget our Sunday Blitz, 11 to 6. Baumhauer's Victory Grill. Legendary fun, legendary food.
In today's real estate market, you need the right professionals to help make sure your home purchase is smooth and hassle-free. That's where Jacob Title comes in. Stan McDonald and the staff at Jacob Title cater to the realtor and clients who are looking for a top-flight closing experience. Jacob Title uses the latest and best technologies to ensure a safe and secure exchange of funds, and they pride themselves on great communication well before and during the real estate closing process. Jacob Title in Huntsville and Madison, and online at jacobtitle.com.
Maybe the air doesn't blow like it should, or it's needing new tires, or you're just ready for something newer. It's time to move up, time to trade up. Bobby White back again for Woody Anderson Ford, and it's the perfect time to trade in and trade up because your current car or truck is worth more than you know. In fact, we'll buy your vehicle even if you don't trade. We have nearly 100 Ford Blue Advantage certified pre-owned models to choose from. Our Ford Gold certified or low mileage gently used vehicles with great warranties. They've passed a 172-point inspection by certified technicians, come with a 24-hour roadside assistance, plus a full tank of gas and a fresh oil change. It's the perfect time to trade in and trade up because your vehicle is worth more right now at Woody Anderson Ford. Corner of Jordan Lane and Sparkman Drive. Hope to see you soon.
Sitting here with Mark Kent of Southern Fidelity Mortgage Group of Huntsville. Mark, do you help pre-qualify people?
We pre-qualify people all the time, Wes. As a matter of fact, I love having them coming in here because when they come in and they pre-qualify, they can leave my office knowing exactly how much they can buy and have no worries.
Mark, tell me about your rates and pricing.
Well, Wes, this is something we're really, really proud of. Long story short is, I love being able to provide the best pricing in town. Honestly, I cannot tell you the last time I lost a deal to either rate or pricing, something I'm very proud of.
So what all financing options do you have, Mark?
We do several different things. If you're purchasing a home, we can handle the purchase. If you're wanting to refinance your home, of course, rates are at the lowest they've been in the last 3 years. We do a lot of refinancing. If you're building a home, we can handle the entire process from breaking ground to the final close.
Do you sleep with your phone?
Wes, if you want to reach me, you can call me at my office phone, which is 256-562-1000. But always remember, I sleep with my cell phone at night. That number is 256-656-5936.
Are you in the market for a recreational vehicle? Do you want to get out and see more of this beautiful country? Well, imagine hearing the laughter of your little ones enjoying gooey s'mores by a cozy campfire and making lasting memories with your friends and family from the comfort of a new camper. We can make your dreams come true at Hall's RV. With over 15 years in the